Hi everyone, welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I thought today we would do a, I think they refer to this as fabric paper. So I saw Gayle, those of you who do journaling and mixed media probably know who I mean by Gayle. She did this, and actually there's quite a few videos out there on this, so I thought it was interesting and I thought I wanted to share this with you folks. So here I am. I know you can't see this very well because I have cling wrap on the bottom underneath this gauze here. This is what do you call it? I can't think of the word right now. I will say it later. What's it called? Anyway, this is going to be our substrate, is this gauze. And the plastic's only put down so that you can lift, when this dries, you can lift it off the plastic. Or else, since we're using glue, it will stick to a surface if you're not using, parchment paper or plastic wrap or something on the underneath. So we just need, a couple brushes, one for the larger spaces, one for the smaller. I may use some stamps. I'm going to use some Tim Holtz decoupage papers, collage papers, and I have a little stack of napkins here. So, and you can use tissue too, something really small so it doesn't become too heavy and cumbersome. Now you can use this, you can cut it with scissors after and use it for tags or postcards, whatever you choose to use it for. And or it's a great way to cover a book if you're doing a journal. So I'm and I'm also going to use watered down Mod Podge. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't peeled off the backs of some of these napkins, so I'm going to do that. When that's done, we'll come back and get started. Okay, so what I have here is a mixture of Mod Podge and water, about 50-50. And it's going to be, the consistency of milk, I think, like homogenized milk. Now, I've seen a few people do this, and they use PVA glue or Elmer's glue, and others using Mod Podge, so it's all basically the same. Now when this dries, it's going to be stuck to my saran wrap or my cling wrap, and that's okay. It will dry a little stiffer than it is right now. So I'm being pretty generous with this Mod Podge mixture. I want it all saturated, and I want it stuck down to my cling wrap so I can work with it. And like I said, I realize that you're probably not being able to, probably can't see really well until we start working with our materials, because we have white on clear. So yeah, so this is pretty saturated, probably good. Make sure I get the ends. Okay, now as I mentioned, we're going to use some Tim Holtz. I love these papers. And I'm just going to tear off some of the paper and basically glue it onto our substrate here. And if you find you're getting a little wrinkles, that's all right. If few wrinkles never hurt anybody, right? I have a face full of them. Okay. Now we're going to be layering. I know, easy for me to say, right? Quite a bit here, so have another one of the, what's this one called? Aviary. This is the birds. So we'll put a bit of that down. Now you can use all kinds of things for this. Just make sure it's thin enough so you don't end up with a piece that's not pliable, especially if you want to use it for a book cover, because you are going to want to be able to fold this to cover both sides of your book. Okay, now we have a little floral here. Let's throw some of that on too. Now once we get this down and use some of our tissue, we may come back and put another layer of this collage paper down. You do whatever you feel like doing. Okay, now I'm standing. Oh, so I need to sit down. Okay, so we have some of our tissue paper here, our napkins. Just going to throw that on willy-nilly. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Those of you who follow me know that I'm moving. So I've been packed for quite a long time. I hate knowing I have, you know, things that have to get done. I don't relax until it's done. So I started packing 2 months before my move date. That's okay. I'm all packed now except for what I need to survive. Yeah, till the end of the month. So I'm using different napkins here. This is pretty, this black and, I love black and white. And it's okay if you go past the gauze. It will, you can cut it after, trim it down. I don't like that solid line, so I'm going to tear that a bit. Although it really doesn't matter because I'll probably go over this with another, with that, you know, more papers, tissue or collage paper. Okay, now we have some more. Let's put on some of this. Actually, I kind of want these pansies to stand out. I don't want to put, so I want to put those on top. I'm going to use these, this napkin. This one is lavender. That's pretty, eh? They tease us Canadians about saying a lot, and I don't know many people that do that, that say, except me. I do that. That's okay. Where are we going to put, let's put this one right here. And as usual, you end up covering a lot of the pieces that you think are so pretty and you wanted to get down there. but it all comes out in the wash. And as I said, don't worry about wrinkles or bumps or bruises. Just gives it character. Okay, I have a bright colored one here. Do I want this? Yeah, what the heck. I wasn't sure, so I didn't peel off the backing. You just want the top sheet. You peel off the backing so it's not too thick. So yeah, I usually, you know, I often ask people who are viewing videos, my videos, at the end if they will give me a like. And some people don't wait to the end, so, and they don't think of it. It's really important for those of us that are content creators who have YouTube channels that people give us a like every once in a while. YouTube notices. And you see I'm being pretty, you know, free with the Mod Podge mixture too. Not too worried about it being too much. It will all dry. I'm going to bring in another one of this paper. Now I'm not usually in the kitchen working, but my art/craft room is now full of boxes. So I'm at my kitchen table, which is fine. I'm sure there's many of you out there that work at your kitchen table. Just, yeah, maybe in the comment section, let me know if you work at your kitchen table. Okay, where are we going with this now? Now I'm going to come in with, I think, well, a little bit more of this bright orange colored napkin. And as I said, peeling off the back. Let's bring a little color over to the edge here. And now we can start with our pansies. So we've started our summer here. We went from winter right to summer. Our spring was so chilly. And then yesterday it was in the 20s. So in the 70s for those of you, well, I guess the States are one of the few countries that still uses, that doesn't use the metric system. So yeah, so I think it was, I don't know, 24 yesterday. So that's about 48, about 75. So we jumped right into summer. And it's the same today, so that's nice. I'm just going to use a bit of blue here. Okay, how are we doing? Looks pretty good to me. And what we can do if we choose, maybe a little bit more of these pansies. I am one for dark, deep colors. Now, I can appreciate people liking pastels or the softer colors. Everything has its place. I just really like dark colors. So, I don't think I'm alone in that. So I'm going to put another little cluster of pansies down. Where should we put this? Right here. Oh, that one ended up being a lot of blue and purple. That's all right. Okay, how are we feeling about that? Looks pretty good. Now you want to make sure that you haven't missed any spots, or else it's going to lift up and the part that's not attached is going to peel away. So just make sure you're just throw that in there. Make sure you're well covered everywhere. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty. Okay, sorry, I just adjusted the camera. Try to get you the whole thing in there. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this overnight, and then in the morning, it will be like seconds to you, I will come back and peel this apart. So yeah, just making sure I have it all covered. And like I said, you could use PVA glue, Elmer's school glue, you know, the white school glue. Water it down a bit. And there we have it. Okay, we'll be back when it's time to peel this away from our plastic. Remember, we have our gauze on the underneath. So yeah, we'll be back when it's time to do that. Okay, so we're back. And of course, being who I am, I didn't have the patience to wait all night. So I used the blow dryer. So this is all dry now. Both sides are dry. And we just peeled it away from our plastic wrap. And remove that. This is what the back looks like now. This is our gauze cheesecloth. It did finally come to me. Cheesecloth. So this is very sort of tight weave. So it's fairly sturdy. And yeah, so if you're going to use this for a book cover, I just grabbed, this is the inside of a book that I had. I just grabbed that. Now you could easily just cover your book like this. Decide on where you need to cut, and then just trim it down. Now this would be, I have a pair of scissors here. I'd be just trimming right along my edges here. Yeah, so that's it. Makes a great book cover. And if you choose not to use it for a book cover, you can always use it for, you know, journal cards, tags, postcards, all kinds of uses. So, yeah, and has this sort of wonderful feel to it, almost like a leather feel. So if you do cover a book, it looks like you have this beautiful multicolored leather covering for your book. And of course that would work for a hardcover book too. That was just what I happened to grab. I have a little hardcover book here. These are the little golden books. So yeah, you could use it on a hardcover book also. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Again, would love a thumbs up. Any comments? Yeah, I'm wondering how many of you, like I mentioned before, are working from your kitchen table. I'm sure there's lots of us out there. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you come back for the next one. You folks have a great day. See you soon.